Hi there, and yeah, I mean, over the last couple of months has been quite good for me, and I've been quite successful. And with the plan, with how I thought, where I was absolutely correct. The diet, the nutrition, everything was good. But I just want to recap over the last 2 years of my arm wrestling career. Obviously, it's still a hobby for me. I don't really put anything more than 30-40% into it. I've got other things that I like as well. But this is a solid hobby which I want to progress and proceed in the future. And no, clean shaven, baby face. Now, when I first started arm wrestling, I was quite strong, but uh, my strength was not specific to arm wrestling. Although I had quite good amount of, actually, strange enough, I had a lot of natural side pressure. That's probably because um, although I've been training, but before that it was inconsistent. So it was here, now, and there, pretty much. Um, so, but when I first started, I had a natural amount of side pressure, but the only weakness was my wrist. Now, when I think where I learned everything and where I learned my mistakes was from October. It was the October. I think it was the PAA, some sort of competition. Which was in Manchester. Was it Lee, or was it another neighboring town or village or whatever it was? But from there, I learned the mistakes that I needed to progress forward. And in training, I was very strong, and but just in the competitions, I did not know, the correct. It takes time learning the correct setup, the correct kind of procedures, um, kind of the correct stance, the correct kind of the timing as well is very important. The necessary strength in the starts, the explosiveness, that sort of things. That's back in 2009, except towards the end, where after that competition, okay, I got serious, and within 3-4 months, within about 3 months, I kind of transferred that to the table. Now, although I went to Zloty and I kind of lost, and it wasn't really like, how should I put it? It wasn't that much of a good performance, but I was quite close. Surprising, I came out really, really strong. I prepared really thoroughly. Kind of I kind of understood what I needed to do, and I put it on the table. Now, I was very, very strong. If I was to compete, but back in 2019 December in the UK, I would probably beat 98% of the pullers in the UK. Like now, like above 90%, 95% on that day, December, I would have beat most people in the UK, and I came out to a very good shape. Now, now this is where it kind of dipped a bit. 2020 was a rough year, and I mean, and COVID hit. There was no gyms, this, that, and the other. So it was another learning experience, which I was put in another situation which I've never been before. Now, going through January, February, I was getting stronger, but as soon as the lockdown hit, and we didn't have a club, and we didn't have anything of that nature in terms of like a training partner, and there's no gyms, so I had to prepare with the elastic bands. And there are ways to training with elastic bands, but clearly at that time I didn't know. So I uh, kind of did not get proportionally stronger to what I was getting when I was in a club, when I was training at the gym. So I went into my, oh, just before that, just before the lockdown hit, I went into a competition which was the Iron Arms, which I got. My performance wasn't as high as the Zloty, and uh, I mean, the reason why I was down is because I lost my grandfather, so I wasn't really there mentally speaking. Um, I wasn't really prepared for that match, and I just came in there just to see what the level was, and from then on, I didn't really care if I win or lose. And my grandfather passed away during that time frame, and I was quite upset. Now, as I said, when the lockdown hit and when all the clubs closed, I didn't have a training partner. I didn't have anyone to train with. There was no gym, and it was a completely new thing for me, which I didn't quite understand how to um, to to train by myself and how to properly train for arm wrestling whilst progressing faster than the rest who had access to the gym and a training partner. Some did. So after Iron Arms, I competed in the Bulgarian Nationals, which was okay. It was okay. That was okay. I thought that I prepared properly. I thought I trained properly, but that wasn't the case. I still needed to work on my timing, my starts, and my wrist. That was the weakest point. Still, I think I neglected that, and I didn't know how to. My wrist, I did not know at that time how to get my wrist strong without a gym and without a training partner. But after that, I learned my mistakes. However, I was very strong on the side table. That being said, I was quite strong on the side table, and I done quite good on the side table. But the problem was the fast hits, which I kind of had a problem with. So we moved forward after that competition. I was training with my Bulgarian friend, and Martin, and actually through that I kind of really put my head down. I was training like a madman. I was training like a crazy man. I was training like 3 times a day. Crazy. I was pulling like probably twice a week, one with Martin and one with another training group, and I was absolutely going crazy with the training, and I started learning and adapting and getting stronger. And I think from the time from was it August or September to December, I got really strong. I got so strong that it was just not even funny. I was back to the top uh, December 2020, and after the New Year's, I kind of slowed it down. January was a bit off, February was a bit off, but I, I, I still kind of did not understand what I needed to do specifically to win at competitions. So then I started working my hand and my wrist even more, and I started applying specific exercises. I mean, my diet from then on, I learned diet, and I knew that before, but then I applied everything. I applied all of the diet, the knowledge, the nutritions, all of the important things. The protein intake, this, that, and the other, which I'm not gonna go over, obviously. It's my secrets of how to prep, of how to stage, of what needs to be done. This is very complex. It's a very complex procedure which requires a lot of planning. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of focus. It requires a lot of things. So I applied that about 2020, about March, February. After February, I went serious again. I was training hard. I was getting everything right. This, that, and the other. I don't know this, and I've been working night shift there. So and also what forced me to kind of fix my nutrition is because I was going night shift, and that kind of forced me to fix my diet, fix everything, get everything in tip-top shape. And then from then on, it's history. Now I want to talk about quick things about recovery. Since the start of night shift, I went hardcore. Now, no matter how good your recovery is, how much you manage recovery, if you train like a maniac and you do everything perfect with the nutrition, with the sleep, with this, that, and everything, within 3 months you will get burnt out. And right now I'm not burnt out, but I am slightly there. So and also I've got a super match in the next couple of weeks. So I will this past couple of weeks was about 50%. I went yesterday heavy session. I went about nearly 100% yesterday, but from then on I'll slow down a bit and try not to overstrain myself for the super match. Obviously, this is I like super matches more than tournaments, but I think that super matches should be at an elite level. So below that, you should be doing only tournaments. But also from another side, tournament super matches are more entertaining. So there's a trade-off. And now we get to the stage, and current stage, I'm just relaxing right now. I'm doing my hobbies. I'm doing other things just to get off my mind, just to kind of, because I really burnt myself out. I was really training like a maniac, and although I'm very good at managing recovery, I can train like every day on the table, no problem, and then still go to the gym. But after I say 3-4 months, your body gets tired and it needs about 2 to 3 weeks break. For me, I need about a week and a half off, and the next week slowly, and then build up from there again for the next 3-4 months. Go like a maniac. But yeah, I mean, my plans for the future would be to go to the WL, sorry, to the WAF, and once I got some World Championship titles, I'll probably do some super matches with the WAF or with the PAL or whatever which suits best. But PAL looks to be better in terms of future. And yeah, that's where I would like to conclude it. And yeah, take care.